Hello guys, it's Samuel from 10 Things I Like, and today I am going to be talking about Tamron 28 to 75 millimeters f2.8 lens. This isn't a new lens anymore, and definitely this is not a new review in terms of people actually covering what this lens can do. For me, I'm kind of like, why has it taken me this long to actually try out this lens and actually use it? When the lens was first released, I was a little bit skeptical that, would this lens actually perform well? We've kind of like been accustomed to um, the Zeiss, the G Master, and the Sigma lenses for the E-mount mirrorless system. So when Tamron came into the scene that we are going to be making 28 to 75 f2.8, I was watching it like, okay, let's see what this thing can do. I did actually watch a lot of reviews and initial tests from Jason Vong when it was trying to autofocus, Max Uyef as well, or Urif, I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing the name wrong. And it seemed like Tamron actually listened and they've updated the lenses since then. For me, just recently, I was able to use the lens for one of the projects I'm working on. So it was a video recording, add some elements of photography to it as well, because I mainly do photography and video as my professional job. I've always been comfortable using Samyang lenses for video. For example, this 85 millimeters. I'm currently shooting on a 35 millimeters. And when I tried this lens, I was actually so amazed at how light the lens is. It's a lens that's not heavy at all. Other channels have covered it. It's almost plasticky in a way, but at the same time, it doesn't feel like a cheap lens, like a 70-300 or something from Canon. You know those f5.6 lenses. It feels like expensive, not premium, but I just enjoy the it's light. And when you're on a full frame, you're enjoying around four lenses in one at f2.8, which is amazing because you've got your 28, your 35, your nifty 50, and the 70. Yeah, so when you're using it in a crop mode, maybe on your full frame or on a cropped um, sensor camera, it's around 42 to 102.5. So again, you get your nifty 50, you get your 70 mil, 100 mil, and 105. So it's quite a versatile lens in a way. One of the reasons why I actually never knew that I would fall in love with it, because I'm not really a zoom lens kind of person, but this lens actually did catch my attention. The one I used was rented, so I haven't actually bought one yet, but I'm looking to actually rent it again for future projects. Autofocus, there's a lot of videos online. Initially, the autofocus was quite unpredictable, but with the latest firmware, which the version I was using was, the autofocus worked quite well. For the project I was working on, I used two Sony A7 II. So that's like previous generation A7, not even A7 III. And I was still shocked because that camera wasn't really known for the best or the fastest continuous autofocus, and it kept up quite well. I don't really shoot in autofocus mode for majority of my projects, but I just wanted to really see how this lens will perform, and it did really well. Try to take some pictures with it, and literally no lagging whatsoever. Locks on, shoots. Locks on, shoots. Locks on, shoots. Obviously, there's no eye autofocus on A7 II, so that's a feature that I couldn't really test out on how quick that would be. But I was just really shocked. That's how quick the focusing was. And on the video, you can't really hear the motor that much. You can hear something moving, but it's not loud. The camera, the microphone is picking it up, basically. Yeah, if you watch enough reviews, there were people that were complaining about the placement of the focus ring and the zooming ring, with the focus ring being at the back and the zoom being at the front. So, well, this is not the best example. The focus was at the back, so something like this, and then the zooming ring was at the front. Whereas on a majority of lenses, you expect your focusing to be at the front and zooming at the back. I didn't really have much issues with it. Yes, it did throw me back for like a second, but after like one or two tries, you just get used to where the placement is. And it's not like I was like hot swapping lenses. I was majority of the time I was using this lens, which is one of the main reasons why I'm actually thinking of investing in this lens moving forward, because I think it's definitely going to be my go-to lens. Number one, it's covering so many focal ranges, and it's at f2.8. I'm using a full frame system, so, and I'm not like a crazy bokeh head. I used to be when I started out, but I just like a good quality image in this day and age. So 2.8 is definitely good. It will still give you that shallow depth of field without it being too bokeliciously buttery kind of thing, which is not really a style I like to go for anymore. So yes, because of the ranges, it's quite versatile. I think if I end up buying it, I would have to say goodbye to some of my video lenses, mainly because it would be a lens that would be staying on the camera for my day-to-day kind of work and shoots, even for YouTube as we have it, because of the 35 range. Although the lens I'm shooting on right now is a f1.4, I'm still shooting at f2.8. So therefore, this Tamron 2075 will sit perfectly on this camera for, this talking head stuff. To kind of end my rambling and ranting and whatever, I like this lens, honestly. I don't really get excited about lenses that much, because it's just one of them things that if you invest in a good lens, you can really get a lot out of it. It's the camera bodies that you need renewing, but this lens took me by surprise, and I think it took Sony by surprise as well, because some statistics I was reading and studying said that around the time that the Tamron 2875 was released, the 2470 G Master was badly affected in terms of sales. So a lot of people were checking the reviews. They were like, wow, this is a good, run for the money. I think it was released at $799 at the time, and about 600 and something pounds in the UK. So it definitely was a bargain compared to the 2470 G Master from Sony. So yes, Sony did see it affecting their sales, and as a result, Tamron could not keep up with the sales. I don't think the projection was accurate. They didn't think they would sell that much so quickly, which meant the higher the demand, they had to raise the price by about $100, and a lot of people were still happy to pay for the lens, even at $100 more. So Tamron, well done. You created an absolutely amazing lens. And amazing news, which I would like to cover in another video. They are announcing a brother or sister, whatever gender you want to give lenses, 17 to 28. So it definitely complements the 28 to 75. Again, I'm so excited about what Tamron is doing. Yes, they want to release a 35 millimeters 1.8. Not really bothered, and then a 35 to 500 or whatever ridiculous number like that to 150. Don't quote me. But out of those three releases, it's the 17 to 28 millimeters that's f2.8 that I'm actually more excited about, because now you've got your ultra wide, or wide angle to not so wide 28. So it complements the 2075 quite well. I will try to cover that in the next video. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for sticking to the end of this video. I hope I haven't rambled on for too long. If you like this video, thumbs up. If you don't like it, thumbs up again, or smash the thumbs up because you're so angry. And if you like to grow with me as my channel grows, please subscribe. I would love to have you on this side of the subscription with me. Anyways, it's Samuel from 10 Things I Like. Peace.